an underweight Polynesian kid from Utah who no one expected to make it past high school, let alone college ball. They said he was too slow, too fragile, too overlooked, too weak. Despite all these hardships in his life, in his NFL rookie season, Puka Nacua turned heartbreak into history. However, his story does begin with loss. A father gone too soon, a grandmother taken by cancer, a family holding on through it all by the tips of their fingers. This isn't just football, it's faith, grit, and a legacy that refuses to break. As a kid, Puka grew up admiring his 4 bigger, stronger, and older brothers, watching everything they did, especially the violence in the football field they portrayed. Puka and his siblings spent countless hours in the backyard playing football, and often those older brothers were beating up on him for fun, just like any good older sibling does. His brother Samson recalled, "We used to demolish the kid. Every chance we get, we probably just lob the ball in the air. Literally every chance we got, he was either the tackling dummy or really just helping us train. It was drill after drill, lining up for Oklahoma drills, even in the backyard with each other, just really going at it." Even with the bond of his brothers and the close relationship that they had, Puka's life took a sudden turn. His father had complications with diabetes and ended up dying in 2012 when Puka was only 11 years old. I couldn't imagine. From the beginning parts of his life, he faced adversity and he took it in stride. However, he ended up attending Orem High School, where he absolutely dominated the competition, breaking Utah state records for receiving yards and touchdowns. Even with this, doubts about him still lingered. Recruiters questioned his speed. Others worried about his durability. Even after committing to the University of Washington, many saw him as just another average receiver who would never make a career in the NFL. After high school, college was not easy for him. At Washington, he battled injuries that limited his playing time. A broken foot, a lingering hamstring issue. Every time he got going, something knocked him back down, leading to him doubting himself even more. During his first 2 seasons playing college football at Washington, he only played 11 games with 16 receptions and 319 total yards, which is pretty lackluster. Through this, Puka did feel a strong pull to return to Utah, the place his family had moved to after his father passed away, so his mother could be closer to her support system. He spent so much of the pandemic, which was a hard time for everybody, with his family there in Utah, and often daydreamed with his brother Samson about playing together once again. Through the pandemic and after, that dream stayed with Puka and became a reality after his sophomore season when he and Samson transferred to BYU, the school where they had grown up watching their older brothers, Kai and Isaiah, playing for the Cougars. It was also where Puka had once been the little kid who played in the end zone and proudly volunteered as a ball boy. By going back, Puka and Samson knew they could be there for their mom, as sadly, their life was still not easy. They were taking care of their ailing grandmother. Puka quotes, "We knew what it was like to lose a parent, but in a completely different way. Doing hospice with my grandma and how that experience definitely took a toll on our family was insane." In 21 games over 2 seasons with the Cougars, he led them in receiving yards, finishing with 91 catches for 1,430 yards and 11 touchdowns. What a stamp on the end of a college tour. Now comes draft day. Puka had to wait. Adversity yet again. He wasn't picked in the first round, or the second, or the third, or the fourth. He fell all the way to the 5th round, 177th overall to the Los Angeles Rams. And that's where everything changed. Most 5th round picks don't make any headlines. They fight for roster spots, for special teams. They disappear after 6 months to a year. But Puka wasn't most picks. The Rams had just lost their star wide receiver, Cooper Kupp, to injury. They needed somebody, anybody, and Puka stepped up. During Rams training camp in August, in the team's first intra-squad scrimmage, Nacua recollected catching a pass from Matthew Stafford on a sideline corner route to convert a 3rd down. It was a seemingly routine play, but in that moment, Nacua realized that Stafford not only wanted to throw to him, but he trusted him to make that catch. Nacua thought to himself at that time, "Shoot, if they believe in me that much, then why should I not believe in myself?" After training camp, inevitably came the first NFL game, a nerve-wracking time for any rookie. Think about it, sitting alone in a cold locker room with fans outside waiting for you to make a play while you don't even know if you're going to play. Puka's mom, Panina Nacua, also thought about certain challenges, ones that prevented her from making it to her son's first NFL game. As a result of these thoughts, she began to pray. How could she balance the lives and practices and NFL games of 6 children? She couldn't figure it out. How could Tay, one of her children, play his game on Friday, go to practice on Saturday, all while she tried not to miss her work shift on Monday? She quotes that her heart was broken because he was playing in his first NFL game. How does a mom miss that opportunity? She did not end up going, sadly. Even with this, Puka broke out. He had 10 catches and 120 yards in that game. Week 2? You thought he would get worse, but no. He broke the NFL record for most receptions in a single game by a rookie. 15 catches for 147 yards. Suddenly, the entire league had one question. Who the heck is this kid? All the while, the kid knew who he was. All the hardship, adversity, and fight. He muttered these words again and again while he was on the field. I am speed. By midseason, Puka wasn't just a fill-in. He was that guy. He was him. He was breaking rookie records, making clutch catches, and earning the trust of a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He wasn't flashy. He didn't talk trash. He just worked week after week. Analysts scrambled to figure out what made him so good. It wasn't his speed or his size, but it was his mindset, his ability to read defenses, his toughness, his why, his story, the way that he grew up. This all made for a star. You see, every time Puka stepped on the field, he played for more than stats. He played for his family, for his Polynesian community, for the people who never got their shot. He wore his pain like armor. He remembered every time he was overlooked, cut, doubted, and he just kept climbing. But with his success in his early years came pressure. Defenses started to double him. Any sign that you're a great receiver. Critics asked if he could keep up when Cooper Kupp returned. Was he just a flash in the pan? Or was this even sustainable for a receiver from the 5th round? Puka stayed silent. He let the others talk. He just kept producing. Whether he was wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2, he played with the same fire. He didn't care about labels. He cared about legacy. He just kept it pushing. And now that we're in 2025, let's go over the span of his career. 105 receptions, 1,486 yards as a rookie, which broke the all-time NFL rookie record for both stats. He had 9 total touchdowns across 2 seasons to begin his career. A single game rookie playoff record with 181 receiving yards. He has 184 total receptions, 2,476 receiving yards, and just 28 games to start his career. He has Pro Bowl selections, second team All-Pros, and he led the league in yards per route at 3.7 yards and averaged nearly 90 yards per game in 2024 despite all of his injuries and setbacks. Puka's story, overall, isn't about sudden fame. It's about what happens when someone refuses to quit. When someone takes every injury, every slight, every moment of being overlooked and turns it into fuel for the fire. If this story was inspiring at all, I'll calm down now. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm a brand new channel. This is my 3rd video and I'm trying to get better. If there's any constructive criticism that you would like to post, please go ahead and do so and I'll take it into account. Thanks, and I will see you in the next one.